Oh wait, I think that's the first time I did it properly, right? Where like I do the countdown, then I start recording. Anyways.
Oh wait, we're recording?
Yeah, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, more peace, love, and happiness.
Nerds!
This is BTA Podcast, episode 1 of season 2.
Wow.
Yes.
So
we here
the
again.
numbers weren't that high.
Yes, sir.
Wait,
Peace,
so
love,
how are we doing
happiness, everybody?
episode 21? We're just sticking to like episode 1, season 2.
Yes.
First season was only like 4 months though, so how are we making that work?
Shut the fuck up.
Are we gonna have them like semesters, like 3 semesters, or like 3 semesters, 3 seasons a year?
I'm Ali, joined by
Yes, and your first assignment is to shut the hell up, Lachlan.
Lachlan, Meat,
Yo, what's good?
Jarool,
Yeah, fellas, all things.
and that's it.
You called somebody who not in this call right now. The only
First
person that I
things first.
know.
What you're doing?
I completely disavow that title. I am doing I'm a 6 on the KMB as
Alright.
is tradition.
Not killing him good
Yeah,
boy.
that sounds good.
I gotta say, I doing a good 7 today.
Oh, you
Hey,
feeling
yo.
yourself?
Yo.
Because they get to stay home today. They get my day off.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I think the energy that is currently embodying me is the energy of 8. So I will be an 8.
8
Yeah,
on the
man.
KMB.
Yeah,
Is
man.
that
Yeah,
called?
man.
Yeah, man.
I'm feeling a
Yeah,
solid
yeah.
2. Feeling fucking miserable, angry, war sinus hatred.
We know
There's
exactly why.
Yeah, I played in the Femboy Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament number 2, the second one, and I did
And you got dominated by fanboys.
miserably poorly compared to last time. It was
Hey, hey, not gonna lie, I just really don't like how these men just straight up flame you over one small misclick and be like,
Nah, that was the smallest.
this why then people was like, oh, this man played the most brain dead out OP deck, but he don't know how to get use it. Ah, yeah, he
Jonathan
know
Ali
it.
made a game eviscerating misclick.
Yeah.
It was all over.
Oh, Brandon, just message me. Hold on. We'll handle this one.
Brendan.
Okay. Okay, no
You
problem.
make a dramatic entrance at some point.
Nah, he out for today. Maybe next week.
Yeah, at some point.
Yeah, at some point.
It could happen.
But yeah.
Or for sure.
So yeah, there's a clip. Clipped it from the stream. Was on my Twitter of me just absolutely fucking up.
I really do not want to see that because I can feel the pain, horse.
It's okay. I had 2 games on stream, and both of them were me just getting fucking smacked. Right? Like, it was not good.
Because they remember when you hit them with that one deck the other time, and then it was like, oh god, this man coming again with probably the most brain, with the most brain dead deck.
It was the same deck. I was playing dinosaurs again.
Well, then you're not supposed to play the same deck twice, but dude, you need to switch it up.
Listen. If it ain't
Diversify your
broke,
portfolio.
don't fix it.
I know if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but at the same time, Ali, if you come back in there with dinosaurs, all them femboys go turn around on you because he's not a femboy, Ali. They go destroy you.
They can smell it
He
on
makes a
you.
very good point.
Listen,
You have to be
a lot of the games that I dropped were because of my own silly mistakes, like the misclick, but also like actual mechanical plays that I just fucked up.
Yes,
And
but at the
also
same time,
the fact
Ali.
that you faced the same guy who cooked you last time.
I actually take a game off him this time. Like, the matchup went a lot better, but then
Wait, what about that first match that you do where that one guy actually embarrassed his own self instead?
Okay, alright, okay, now you're just blaming some random person instead, eh?
Yeah, because we need to,
We're about to flaming Jonathan.
we need to balance the flame.
No, you don't.
I say one side of this meal too cooked.
No, remember, I explicitly tell you people before we started doing this. Don't just start, talking about random people like that.
Alright. Chill, I will calm myself.
But, you mother cunt. Anyways.
I here trying to cheer you up, and you basically hold a gun at my face, feel like, hey.
I say you shoot me.
Oh boy.
Let me move on. Let me fucking move on, right? It's a bad day. They need no breakfast.
I'm having a great day. I don't know about you.
Well, like a lot of people.
Your day is going too good.
But yeah. When we talk about First topic on the list. What have we been up to in the month in between the season finale and the season premiere?
I guess I'll go start first because I'm pretty sure mine's going to be the shortest.
Alright.
Same old, honestly. Still here in America. Hey, let me tell you, cold, boy. Cold,
Yeah,
cold.
winter in
The
full
win-
swing, bro.
Winter in full swing, horse. Let me tell you. Plus, there was a day when I had to go to work. It was in the middle of blizzard, horse. Out I went to work. This was dead. Nobody was there. Had to do a deep cleaning of the store. I mean, that's always good. At least we don't have to deep clean it again until like next year. And then my boss leave, and then it didn't
I
take
saw
me
that
until
some
like
kind of like safety violation.
it is. What do you mean, dude? A deep clean? Honestly, I don't know. I mean, we just clean the place decently every night.
No, but you
Well-
say that you don't have to do it again until next year.
Oh, we do. We just deep clean. Well, I don't even know. Deep clean by I mean is that we just pick up all the equipment and like clean underneath the equipment and all that kind of thing. Now.
Okay.
Yeah. Aside from that, I had a real snow to shovel. My mother and I spent like 2 hours this one day shoveling she out to the snow. It was a fun experience. Because some woman and she group of Taliban come out from behind me, being like,
Some group of what?
hey. This old woman, one of my neighbors, and she group of she Taliban man just come out and was like, hey, if I didn't take it out all them store, they better not be traded to Rica. I was like,
so anybody else hearing like what I hear or like?
Yeah, because that's what he said.
Sorry, I zoned out. Yeah,
You zoned out. You
God
never
damn it,
no
man.
start. We do.
I was focusing on some other things.
We've been filming for 6
Lachlan
minutes.
is the star player. If
Yeah,
you're,
I zoned out.
if
What do
you're
you
not on the
mean?
ball, then that's it.
yeah, anyways, so we did the shoveling all the snow and then we finally get Shika out to the snow. Then we went back inside. Then next thing you know, when we look outside, the woman and she Taliban man and whatever was taking
Stop saying that.
Chica from the snow. And then next thing you know, we almost see them throwing snow on my mother. Plus, I was ready to bust out on these men. I was ready to pull up. Anyways, one last thing. They finally move over to day shift, so that's a good thing.
Nice.
I just go to work from 9 o'clock in the morning and I just come home at 3 o'clock in the evening. So it good. It completely messed up my sleep clock now because I was so used to going evening shift like the past 2 years. But you know what? There's a change for the better. Though the thing is that they give me Wednesday off. The one thing I don't like about that is that I just had to close Monday night, which means I just come home like around 12 o'clock and all that kind of thing the night. And then I have to go back at work at like 9 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. Like pretty much what I just be doing in my IRL life right now. So whoever else go take the floor.
Nice.
Oh, right. Turns. Meet you go next.
Yeah, Lachlan, that sounds like you.
Not me. That sounds like you. I'm
I
sorry,
don't know who
Nikolai.
you
That
think.
sounds like you.
Oh, you know what? I'll settle
I have no
this
idea.
I'll settle this dispute. I'll settle this dispute myself. We go flip a coin. Call heads or tails.
Lachlan, just go ahead and fucking do it.
Fine. Anyway,
I don't pull up the coin flip boy bud you eh.
do you want to still flip it, Jarool, and just like let us know what it lands on?
No, go on.
All right, cool. So,
We really
What
rusty,
have I
boy.
been
Holy shit.
like, I don't know. I was in school. Now I'm not in school. Really, like the last month or so.
Nice high energy, Lachlan.
The last month or so have been eventful, either for reasons that are too personal for me to share on this podcast, or for reasons that I am about to rant about in the next segment anyway.
Nice.
But like in terms of me specifically, like I have a job now, I guess.
Hey,
Must be nice.
congrats.
Must
Yeah,
be nice.
boy. It helps to have
That's a
connection.
gigantic flex on Jonathan Alley.
Yeah.
I haven't brought it up yet because I haven't been in calls, and also because I didn't want to flex on Jonathan. But yes,
So you picked
But
up
now
to
I'm
be doing
fine
it
with
to like
flexing
a
on Jonathan Alley.
yeah,
Well,
like doing
I
it
didn't
on a public forum.
I was unaware that this would be happening right now. You know?
I told you people in advance. What do you mean you want away?
No, I didn't know this was going to be the segment.
Okay.
So you're just gonna jump in and be like, "Yep."
We
Just
back.
continue.
But yeah,
with
cool.
no
I haven't
recap.
in like
The time skip.
year started, so that's fun. And when I have left house, it's been stressful because of reasons that I am about to start talking about. But before that, I'm just happy to be here. Oh, I started going back to therapy. That's nice.
That is nice. Good for you, Lachlan.
That is nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Meet as you, bud.
So for me, it's just been basically going back to school. School has ended and then restarted, and that's about it. It's just that the process of actually setting up everything for school and like getting started up with the university was like a war. Like our faculty put everything in place to make it as frustrating as possible for people to actually like contact them and get the arbitrary hold on our account removed. So that was great. But now it's just kind of like, yeah, back in school, doing the thing, trying to get some small creative things done in terms of writing, which I haven't really talked about just because I don't want to like feel, I don't want people to know about it and then feel like I have to actually finish it. But
No, I
yeah,
feel you there. That's why I don't talk about my stuff.
behind your scenes.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's in me.
Nice. As for me, probably the most eventful thing was building the new PC, which we're streaming off of right now. We're not actually streaming, we're just recording. But yeah, me and Kelly, mostly Kelly, put together a new PC, bought all the parts and shit, Government working for you, bro.
Mm-hmm, of
Yeah.
course.
And well, I also edited together a video of us doing it, which is almost done. I'm just been too lazy to record the voiceover for it. But that should be something that's coming soon once I remember to like actually voice over the video, because all the actual audio is unusable. So yeah.
Which is always great.
Yeah, in other news, probably also kind of uneventful, but I did get new glasses finally. I could
Yeah, boy,
see,
glasses.
2020 full range, everything now.
It's 2021.
Lachlan, you know. Oh my god.
Oh well, yeah, I moved into a different place. So like where I was, where we were doing the podcast last year, and a different place now. This is like a much bigger apartment that also has a walk-in closet.
Hey.
That
Yeah,
has
that's
like
pretty
zero relevance to like anything we do on the podcast with.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Money moves, fellas, money moves.
Money moves.
But yeah, I think that's been about it for me. Anybody have like anything else they want to say that you probably just remembered, or we good?
I mean, I've
No.
also kind of been trying to like write and stuff more since Nikolai mentioned that, but like probably less so than him. It's more so like trying to get myself to do it again rather than like I've actually started doing it again.
Lachlan, I share that pain. Like, I have so many friends in 14 who read like stories that I written back then in the days that I had saved on my old laptop, and I just send it on as a Google Doc, and these people read it. It's just like, hey, you need to write more, horse. You need to write more. Your stories are actually good. But in a denial, it's just like, nah, there's probably people who just make better stories than me.
Yeah, but like I've started, it's more about sometimes you gotta just kind of create not for other people, but just for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Kale. Matthew Lang. But like, yeah, man, you got like in the end of the day, the thing that I'm kind of struggling with right now is you don't gotta create to make good things or like to make things that compare to everyone else. You gotta learn to just like if you want to do it for yourself and not necessarily do it because everyone else. Like not do it because you want to make something, but just do it because you enjoy it. I say it as I am struggling with that at this current point in time, but I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
I have a Google Doc open, like I have it just permanently open, and I just open it, put my hands on the keyboard, and I just like, boy, I don't feel like writing right now.
Nice. All right. Feel we good to move on.
The dog
Was it?
touchdown. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
See,
Okay, yeah.
Now we forgot to
it become a dog
introduce-
podcast now.
Yeah,
and my dog,
basically,
my Miami and Lachlan saw.
Lachlan, like 2 weeks ago, was like, yeah, Ali, I have this thing we want to talk about when the podcast restart. I was like, yeah, okay, I'll just write it down in my notes. I'll just write Barbados because I'm sure I will remember exactly what this means when it comes time for the actual
I'm
podcast.
certain there will be no issues with
And you know
recalling
what?
precisely what this means.
I was completely wrong. I do not fucking remember what that was supposed to be. So
That's
Lachlan,
okay, I remember.
Okay, once you remember, you good. Go
I've
ahead.
been saving up this rant basically since the year started when things started moving, and then as the year's gone on, there's been more to add to this rant.
What was yours, Lachlan?
Powering
Go
up.
ahead. Go ahead.
So Barbados, right? That's an island. I lived there. It's cool and stuff. No, this let me take y'all back in time, right?
Do it.
So Barbados is towards the end of 2020, Barbados's COVID situation was good, right? We didn't have that many active cases. We had no community spread. All of our cases pretty much came from like tourism, which people definitely had a problem with because it was like we got everything down to a sustainable level. Oh shit, I left my Powerade in the fridge. Anyway,
You go to the fridge right now? Wait a
Already
minute.
invading your thoughts, bro.
we got all of our cases down to a sustainable level, and like everyone was happy about that and stuff. Like we were able to like have events and whatnot, and everything was like cool again, right? And then they decided to open up the borders and start allowing tourists back into the island. And I think people were kind of having problems with it, especially when like the new UK variant of COVID started showing up, and like places like Grenada started banning like people from the UK for it. They like Barbados did not make the same jumps to do the same thing, and people were kind of like critical of it because again, like Barbados is like a tourism country, but still people were still very critical of like that decision because obviously you got like a lot of people, foreigners coming into our island, which is free of COVID, and foreigners who are bringing COVID because all of our cases were coming from foreigners at this point, right?
Yeah.
And to make matters worse, the tourists were doing bear junk. Like a lot of them, like we had a lot of cases of people like breaking quarantine. Like there was that one woman, Zara Holland, who was like on Love Island UK, who like came down and like was caught like breaking quarantine to try and fly out of the island early. There was like a few other cases like that happened as well. I was told of a case where a British couple was caught breaking a Jamaican woman into quarantine to have a threesome or something like that.
Oh, you're all having fun down there. I mean, up there.
no. The Brits, okay? We were just living our lives. And so obviously people weren't necessarily happy about like all of these violations that were happening because again, the Bajans have all been like fine. We were all like doing our thing and being okay. And it was all these tourists that were coming in, acting entitled, like breaking out of quarantine and everything and going gallivanting around the island. And then to make matters worse now, a lot of the tourists that were like in custody, like there was a lot of like social media discourse as well about like Barbados's like I guess safety regulations, and a lot of it kind of just shows like how ungrateful people were. Like I did rant about this about one of these cases briefly in like the channel like a little while ago. But like the biggest case of it was this one British lady who came to the island, got tested positive for COVID, was asymptomatic. I think she was American born but lived in the UK. Came to Barbados, was asymptomatic, and then went up to Barbados's COVID facility, and then started an Instagram account about her time at the facility. And it was literally just like her spending the entire time just complaining a lot. First of all, she was showing like taking a lot of pictures of the facility and other people in the facility, which is illegal, of course.
That is very illegal.
Yeah. On top of that, she was like constantly complaining about like certain things that were just not issues. Like a lot of the things she complained about either were not actually problems or were problems that were easily fixable. Like there was one where she complained about water being brown, and then she filmed herself turning on the water, and the water did not look brown at all. There was like another video where she was complaining about the fact that she ordered a bread knife, and the bread knife came in plastic packaging, and she was complaining that she didn't have a way to open the package, like she couldn't just ask for a pair of scissors or something. And like
So let me get this straight. she basically sounded like every friggin' customer I had to deal with at my job in this facility.
I mean, I'm pretty sure she was American.
Jesus.
So
If
probably.
she's-
She was just a very
she-
entitled person.
Yeah. There was another video where like she was there was like a set of Vienna sausages and she was complaining about the fact that there were Vienna sausages and like canned sausages.
What she have against Vienna sausages?
Yeah, what
I
she
don't
have against?
She saw the cans and she was like complaining about it. And then like there was like another video like later where like someone had cooked using sausages and she was like, oh, I bet those were like those canned sausages, and like she was like turning up her nose at them and stuff. But like yeah, everything about those videos and everything about this account, you could tell like showed that a very like huge sense of entitlement, because it was like she came from a foreign country in the midst of a pandemic, bringing COVID to a country that didn't really have that many like active cases, and then is being put up in a government facility which is being paid for by the taxpayers, and is going to spend all of her time complaining because she does not want to eat canned sausages. And it irks me so much. I
Well,
was very upset. At a certain point in time, all of Barbados like found her account, and
oh shit!
yeah,
The entirety of
wasn't-
Barbados.
yeah, because as I'm sure Ali can tell you with his rights and ketchup and stuff, Bajans are really nice until you piss them off.
I
And,
didn't like do anything that directly piss off Bajans though. Like I was just putting ketchup on my fried rice.
attack on culture and food in general. But anyway, we're not
That's what
talking
wrong. What wrong with putting ketchup on fried rice?
Exactly.
we're not talking
Jarool. What is
about
wrong
that
with
right now.
What
We're
is
not
wrong with it?
about to reopen those wounds.
But yeah, so like basically Bajans like ripped her a new one. Like all of her comment sections were just like full of like Bajans complaining at her for being entitled, for like complaining about like small things and everything. And like it's for understandable reasons, because she came here and she was just complaining and complaining and complaining. And all it really did was just show a sense of entitlement. There's more I want to talk about on that, but then that relates to a different point later on in this rant. So yeah. But anyway, there was like a few others that popped up. Like I said, there was this Haitian guy who like famously like came and started complaining about like safety protocols in Barbados because he came for like a 5-day vacation and spent most of it in quarantine.
Like,
People were
what
like,
did
"Why
he
did you-"
expect? Yeah.
Yeah,
What did he expect?
because we were like, you came for like, it was like a 7-day vacation or something, and he was like, I came here for like 7 days, like I was spending all this time in quarantine. He was complaining about it, and
Hey,
he was
these
like,
people do it, Tisha.
yeah.
Yeah,
And like there was like a time, and I think like when like Bajans got a hold of his tweets and started complaining about it, he called us natives. He was like,
what
of
the
course
fuck?
natives would be mad about this, and I'm like, bro, what?
You can't just come. You can't just come into a foreign country and then diss the foreign country on your Instagram and not expecting people in that country to see your stuff and not get vexed at you.
Yeah, there's
No.
freedom of speech and then there's also, freedom of consequences.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Because most of these complaints that were being made, like when you would ask the people why they came here, they were like, oh, they came to Barbados because it was relatively safe and because the cases were low. But then you can't talk about a country having like low case numbers and being safe from COVID and then shit on the reason that that country is safe to begin with. It's not like we play fast and loose and COVID just went away. There's strict safety protocols which have helped COVID to not be there.
Exactly.
Yeah. But like, these were all like things that happened towards the end of 2020. We were all just living our lives. Everything was going fine. And then old years hit, right? The last day of the year, like the one day when everyone goes out, starts feting and stuff till like midnight, like all hours of the night. At, I believe, 2 p.m. on New Year's Eve, Mia Motley came on for a surprise press conference where she instated like a spontaneous 12 o'clock curfew for the entire island. And this was on New Year's Eve, which meant that basically like everyone who was planning on having an event had to shut down. There was a lot of refunds that had to be issued. Certain things couldn't be refunded. But like it was just like a whole mess. Like basically every Bajan who had like any type of plans that day was just told, yeah, you gotta stay home now. Like just like that out of the blue. And no one really knew why until like the next day when we found out that basically we were having like we'd gone from like I think having like less than 100 cases before to having like we had like 60 something new cases a day, like in one day.
Jesus Christ.
And I think that number kept on like rising and rising and rising. And it turns out what basically happened was that I guess somehow like the COVID started getting around the island again. It got to a fete called I shit you not Brandy and Punani.
Yeah, I've
I
heard of
believe
this.
Mia Motley.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you about this already, but yeah, I think Mia Motley had to come up and basically speak about this on live television in front of the entire island, saying the words Brandy and Punani, and then our sign language person had to go and sign the words Brandy and Punani. But yeah, and then basically what had happened was a prison warden was one of the people at the fete, and then he went to the prison, of course, where he worked, and as a result, he spread to like a bunch of prisoners. So it basically spread like all around the prison. It started getting out into the community again, of course, and then eventually, like the government didn't want to like announce that first, but eventually they announced that yes, we do have community spread again, which again most patients were not happy about. And since we were having this sudden increase of cases, which again, everyone basically accepted that this was due to the tourists because we knew that there was no community spread within the island before the tourists started coming back. And we knew that there was no community spread, while tourists were coming in. So it had to be at some point where the tourists who were breaking quarantine, that one of them got COVID, got it out into the island and started spreading it around again. So again, yes, Bajans were not pleased about this. Of course, the other people who weren't pleased about this were tourists, but for completely different reasons. Basically, like the same Haitian guy, there was like another Twitter account that was going viral. I remember that was basically just complaining about the same thing, how they came to Barbados for a short vacation and they were taking forever to get their test results back. But then that was, of course, but like that was, of course, because we were all of a sudden having like a mass influx of cases. And yeah, we were having like suddenly a mass influx of cases, so there had to be a lot of testing done. So now there's a lot more delays in terms of like testing and whatnot, so the tourists couldn't get out the test faster. And then I remember this person made a tweet which said Barbados needs to refund tourists for their stay here. And at the time I was like, that is the dumbest take in the world because you chose to travel during a pandemic at your own luxury. We do not owe you any services. You came here of your own free will and came to spend your money. And like that was, I think, the general opinion of like anyone who like saw that tweet or like interacted with it, where people being like, yeah, you're just a tourist. You are just a guest on this island. You are not entitled to anything, and we are not entitled to give you anything. And that's what we thought was the general consensus. But like either later that day or like the next day, one of our ministers of like culture and tourism went on national TV and basically said that Barbados is basically for any tourist that basically had like their stay like cut short and stuff by like all the testing and by like the delays in the testing. They basically vowed to refund them, to like fund trips for them to come back to Barbados later on down the line. Which, as you would expect, Bajans were pissed about. I was pissed about it. Everyone was pissed about it. And I just, especially since like I feel like the biggest complaint that people had with regards to that was, of course, like you already have people who are struggling to pay like the essential workers and to pay people who are actually like on the front line dealing with COVID, and yet now they're gathering all this money to give to tourists who did not have like the good who did not realize that maybe traveling in the middle of a pandemic was a bad idea. It didn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to a lot of people. A lot of people were pissed off about it. Also, we're back in lockdown again, but it's not actually being called lockdown. It's being called a national pause. But so that's fun. But like at least for the tourist thing, the one thing that I remember like being really upset about, and the one thing that I think the one point of discussion that gets brought up a lot with Barbados, but especially now and especially with this case, is kind of just the fact that we kind of like it. Tourists oftentimes get treated because tourism is our main source of income. of course, you could say that like it's important to treat the tourists with care because they are like mainly where like a lot of the money comes from. However, that does when you get to a point where your tourists are being treated better than your actual like residents of your island, you have a problem. And for a very long time, a lot of Bayesians have kind of been complaining about that, about how basically it's like you see a lot of tourists getting preferential treatment over Bayesians. You see tourists will tend to be treated better by like hotels, taxi people, like anything like that, and just in general get better treatment overall because again they're tourists and they're bringing in the money. But at the same time, it can oftentimes feel like they're giving everything to the tourists and like Bayesians are getting nothing. Like you'll see it like from time to time for people complaining about how like hotels are like taking over like beaches and stuff, and like how there's less places to like for like regular people who aren't paying for them to stay. And it's like you see all this kind of stuff happening a lot. So for them to basically come out and be like, we're giving all of our money that we could be, keeping for like the benefit of the island, and we're giving it to the tourists who chose to come here of their own free will and are suffering because of that bad decision. It really just felt, I think, to me and to a lot of people, like, yeah, they're just like it's more like they're just doing everything for the tourists, especially when this basically all started because the tourists started bringing the virus back into the island anyway. A lot of people have been pissed about it. I think that's one of the things that pisses me off the most about this situation.
I would be pissed off too, brother, man.
Yeah.
If you're not, it's
Yeah.
not stupid. Like I would be fucking livid.
Yeah, but yeah, I felt like because I remember you guys said that like you hadn't really heard that much about it, and like I said, like a lot happened in like just the first couple weeks of the year with regards to this.
So
And,
right
like, things
after we
kept on-
ended the podcast.
Yeah, like things started. It was like literally like on the last day of the year when everyone was
Unfortunate
being like,
timing.
"I hope 2021 will be better than 2020," and then like everything immediately starts going to shit as soon as the year starts. Like it was ridiculous. I feel like I just spouted about it a lot, but I still want to like hear you guys' opinions and everything, especially with like the whole tourist thing. Because my god,
Well, like I feel like that's just the way of trying to avoid, the PR nightmare that is dealing with fucking white people. But also, I don't know. I don't think that the average tourist is dumb enough to do as those shitty tourists have
You
done.
would be surprised.
I don't
Ali.
know.
You
I
would.
don't know. I feel like
I
the
feel like
average
it's also
person sees the global
average
pandemic
tourist
and thinks,
traveling.
yeah, they'd be
No,
like,
no. Horse. You say that how the usual tourists would not be this dumb, right? Okay.
would
I
probably
know.
not be like trying to fucking go to Barbados right now, right?
Okay, I
Like
know
it's a
that the
select
whole
few. A select few
I'll
doing this
just
shit.
I'll just say that the whole somebody going to a foreign country during a pandemic and somebody coming into a restaurant for food during a pandemic is two completely
No, there's nothing wrong with
different.
going out for food in a pandemic, Jarool, because people need food.
Let him talk.
No, are you just upset about fucking working at Pop
No, let
Tarts?
the man
No,
speak.
Those are not comparable situations,
No,
Jarool.
like if you're going out in a foreign country during a pandemic to go on vacation, at least follow the standard safety protocols.
No, don't go out at
alter your
all.
way.
No, don't fucking like fly. Like that's it. Just don't.
Okay, but just saying, say if you use the quote unquote average tourist, you have to know this one thing, Ali, is that Americans have this stupid thing in their mindset where it's like they are the most free, quote unquote, freest people in the entire world. They should be able to do whatever they want, and they are free to complain about every smallest detail about everything. Because while Lachlan here talking about how people going out to Barbados and they here on vacation and their vacation is getting cut short or they're having to stay into a quarantine facility and they're complaining
Quarantine
about all
facility.
these
Yeah.
about the services and whatever. That's not no. That's like how to say it.
They're very entitled. Yeah.
Exactly.
And a lot of them are. It's not even just Americans. I think most of the cases there were British.
Nice.
British, American, see,
Yeah.
Same
I can't really
difference.
say it's the same thing, but their sense of privilege is
It's close
basically the
enough.
same thing.
Fucking
This
close
thing
enough,
because
yeah.
it's like it's the same thing with me at work. It is being
No, it's not. No, it's not.
What?
Jarool, we established this. Don't try to compare
I
this
see
to
you are
Popeyes.
committed to not let him finish each sentence.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Jarool. Go ahead.
No. If you don't want to say it, if you don't
What?
want to say it, then I will just drop it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, let's take off noise suppression for this. Okay, there we go.
Take off the note. What?
I just keep on that's all. They don't hear my little sibling screaming in the background. They're playing Roblox. Anyways,
There was nothing wrong with the sound, but yeah.
okay. Let me I know this is not a good comparison between working in a fast food restaurant during a pandemic while you basically go to a different part of the world during a pandemic. But like, don't complain when people just like enforce their safety protocols. They're not just looking out for themselves, brother man. They're looking out for you as well at the same time. Because if you is a danger to us, we go be a danger to you. Look at it that way. Because
What?
you can't go.
It makes sense. Let him finish.
Because okay, how can I word it like this? How can I word this properly without making myself look dotish? Sorry. But yeah, you can't go to a foreign country without a face mask or getting quarantined for at least a day or two so they can check you for COVID or whatever. Like how at my job we just be like strictly saying do not sit in the dining room area because it is closed to prevent spread of COVID. Make sure if you are coming inside to wear on a face mask, or if you're coming through the drive-thru, wear on a face mask. We are looking out for the safety of our employees and the safety of the people who are coming in here to purchase food on a daily basis. So don't get vexed with we when we enforce the rules. And don't go behind me back on social media and complain about it. Because they're just showing to everybody that you're a self-entitled little prick. That is it. That's all I had to say.
Okay, yeah, no, you're making sense, right? But it's like, what do you mean when you said if you're gonna be a danger to we gonna be a danger to you? Or however you said it.
Okay, yeah, you said it correctly. Because look at it this way, Ali. If you walk into a public facility with COVID, not with COVID, but say like you're going into a facility with somebody who possibly have COVID, make sure you have on your face mask and your gloves and whatever so you don't catch it. So that if you accidentally catch it, you're going to end up making everybody around you catch it as well. Do you want to become a danger to everybody else? No. Do we want to become a danger to other people? No, we do not either. Well, I don't. I don't know about other people.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying now, but like the way you said it made it sound like a fucking threat. I was like, what?
When he said it, I immediately interpreted it as him saying, "We will get COVID, and then we will be a danger to the public."
I hear that.
But you so ready to think that man.
Thank you.
You cut that man off as you see it.
I just said what because like I thought he was threatening them. I was like, shit, what the fuck true?
I mean, he might be.
He regularly threatens them too.
There is precedence.
Yeah, that happens.
But that's why I interpreted it as like the way he means it.
I appreciate you, Nikolai.
Yeah,
I appreciate you. I
Anyways,
appreciate you for having my.
we are about halfway through, fellas. Go ahead and take a sip of water.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Don't
start back without me.
You were literally at the fridge already, Lachlan.
No, I wasn't. I'm upstairs.
You said Powerade in the fridge.
Yeah, I forgot it there. Now I have to go get it.
Go get Powerade real quick because I think it's Jarool story time now.
Get your damn Powerade, boy. Hey, whoa! What was that? Somebody just died.
What the fuck was that? A bomb just fucking went off in Barbados, dude. Holy shit.
Fellas, Barbados country. Bro, you are coughing tonight.
Well, yeah, because I ain't talked this much in like how long? And honestly, I just miss it.
You don't be talking to them customers, you just be barking at them.
Yeah, you right. I mean, we come and should drive to be like,
the way HR here, you agreed with that statement.
They will pull up in the drive-thru and be like, yeah, I'll have a you'll have a ow, I hit my hand.
Nice.
Yeah, you bud.
Hey, Kelly, reach boy.
Shut up, boy.
What the fuck?
Okay.
I don't like you right now.
What? Peace out.
What's that in the future? Don't talk to me.
Okay.
Hey, well, I'm Gary calling.
No.
Where are you
I
right
want to
now?
mute Kayla right now.
I come to talk to
You
one
know, to
person.
help him.
If it's Lachlan is AFK right now.
3 hours.
Nah, he.
Okay, Lachlan is back now.
Not looking at it either.
Kill!
You're a bit too
Say
excited
hi
to see
back.
killable people.
Say hi.
Anyways,
Yeah, Drew, go ahead.
it is the Jarool story time.
Please, God, Drew, please do not let it be as bad as the story you told last night. Please.
It's not bad.
The reason he told us this stories last night was to get us away.
Yeah,
You
because
never
I don't
know
want
it,
to
Drew.
tell.
You
I don't
never
want
know.
to tell that story that I told yesterday and tell it today. Anyways, let's start.
Hey, that was dangerous, dog. Hey, do not tell that story, boy.
Alright, so what today is? Today is Saturday, Friday.
It is.
Wait, hold on. Before you start, I'll go on again. Bye.
Yeah, later.
Put me as presenter.
I'm still marking you absent, no.
Hey. Alright.
Zero
so-
attendance for the season so far. Interesting.
I was going to say this happened. I was going to say this happened 3 days ago, but I was off Wednesday, so it happened.
4 days ago.
It happened Thursday or Tuesday. One of those days it happened. But like, it was an early day. I tired. I didn't eat breakfast. I skipped breakfast and I skipped my coffee because I wake up late. So I go into work and I did walk into the store early on time and everything. I clock in. My boss was like, "Jarool, you're looking real dead today." I was like, "Yeah, I'm tired. I ain't eat nothing. I ain't drink no coffee because like." Even though I asked, like, yeah, I could come for 10, but now all you're really pushing, but to come for 9. So, like, I'm missing out some really important stuff in the day. So, afterwards, I did getting everything ready, taking out the bowls for the mashed potatoes, getting out the trays for the sides and all that. You know, getting the usual stuff, prepping the store for the morning. So then, day going on. First off, one of my co-workers decided that how he was like, yeah, so like I'm not coming to work on time today. I'm gonna be late, like an entire hour. And I was like, well, hey, you know what? You just do good for me, so I will cover for you. Plus, I regret that decision. Because when I say, hey, yeah, I go cover for you, my boss immediately thinks that like, oh, so you gonna cover for this man. So you basically go and shadow clone yourself and be at two places at once. No. That is not what I mean. It just means I want to be working a little harder and faster. But you already know my weaknesses in this job is making this stupid chicken sandwich. Because about every man jack and the flicking grandfather was come here for this chicken sandwich. Like we here having like a whole tray of chicken. And I hear stacking the chicken be like, alright, we had this much breast, leg, wing, thigh, yeah, we good. Alright. Here's hoping that somebody go pull up and buy a Rajiv all things.
Yeah, mon.
My attention that it is today.
Yes,
Every
anyways,
fucking time.
it is Jarool's story time. So let me continue.
Yeah,
So
go
I
ahead.
stacked the chicken, count all the chicken and everything. I was like, alright, cool. I have enough for like 216 pieces if people come by and they wanted chicken. So I did leading up waiting for my drive-through customers to come through. Drive-through customer come through. I was like, yeah, hey, welcome to Popeyes. How can I help you? It was like, yeah, let me get 3 chicken sandwich. I you want anything else? It's like, nah. I said, all right, 12.76. Come to the window. I make the sandwich. I'll take it. I give it to them.
You remember
And then
the
the first
total
thing-
and everything, boy? What the hell?
Well, yeah, the sandwich is like $4.25.
Good
each.
dog.
So,
Good, yeah.
The man is an employee.
well, as a manager, so I had to remember this.
Professional, boy.
Flex.
So then I make this man order and everything. The lobby's still quiet and everything. My boss pull up and she's like, listen, I enjoy having you here because I don't have to deal with a Spanish worker who don't understand anything I'm saying. I was like, okay, lady, calm yourself right there, right now. She was like, I appreciate you coming here early in the morning because it makes my life easier. So, like, could you hold on the fort for like a few minutes? Because I need to place my order for like more food products because we're running out. I was like, yeah, no problem, good, make your order and all that. So then she got in the back of the office to make sure, and then I get hit with 2 customers at the same time, one in the drive-thru, one in the front. So I was like, all right, I have a strategy. I'm going to take the order in the drive-thru while taking the order in the front because I just memorize the orders and things now. So I take the orders, both of them one chicken sandwich. So I was like, all right, cool. So I go and make the sandwich, and then it's a 4 minutes on the drive-thru timer because I just take a little bit to make the sandwiches because I have this stupid thing with my body where it's just like if I don't have no momentum, I just go real slow. And since I didn't really have that much momentum. Since I started going slow. Then 4 minutes hit on the drive-through time. I get this man his food. He gone. My boss called me up on the headset. She's like, "Hey, Jarool, can I speak to you for a second?" All right, I went to the park. And then she was like, "What the fuck you doing, boy?" I was like, "Well, what do you mean?" She's like, "Listen, I know you have customers in front and have customers in the drive-through, but you know you could ask me to come and handle things in front. Listen, we have a timer we have to keep. We have a timer that we have to keep. And you know me, I do not want to see that timer read during the day." I was like, "Listen, Mr. Shaq, I try my best. Like, I do as much as I can. It's not like I can rely on anybody else to come this hour in the morning to back me up, because you just always put everybody who does come in the morning, you put them on late shift. Even though some of them explicitly say that, like, if you need me in the morning past 10 o'clock, I could be here." And she does rather just force herself to just work with 3 people on a day, on like the morning until like 3 o'clock in the evening. So lunchtime reach. Oh boy. Lunchtime, fellas. Let me tell you, lunchtime. These people, they like their sandwiches for their lunchtime, boy. They really like their sandwich. So I had to take 5 minutes to take our order in front, because this man ordered food up to like $114.
What the fuck?
Yeah. On a Tuesday too, It's not even Friday, I don't think, on a flicking Tuesday, and
On
this
a
man spent
Tuesday
$100 already. Man spending like $100 on a Tuesday. And it's like, even the thing that pisses me off about what this man buy is that he buy like 50 wings and some sandwiches.
No, that dude having some kind of illegal COVID gathering, bro.
Oh, I bet you. So not only do I have to make them, I had to call the cooks to make 50 wings there, fellas. I had to basically learn how to speak like very basic Spanish to tell them that, because the fryer is Spanish, but he doesn't understand what is be saying now. So I tell him, "Hey, yeah, dog, give me 50 wings there. I need them mild." And he's like, "All right, 10 minutes." So I tell the person it's gonna be 10 minutes, and then drive-through cars coming. So I had to deal with them at the same time. Then I have, not only that, I have Uber Eats and DoorDash to deal with too, host. I'm telling you, it is 11 o'clock it is like close to 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Afternoon now hit, these men hungry. And my boss still in the back.
True?
For food stuff and all that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I cut off.
what happened?
I didn't know. That was my bad.
So yeah, I had to deal with all that for like an hour by myself. And I think I do fine. But then the moment my boss come in here and she see the time, she's like, "Okay, Jarool, I appreciate you handling that while I make my order and all that. I was able to finish my order, thank you. But like, you need to be a little faster." What do you mean I need to be faster? Like, explain this to me. How fast you want me to be? Like, I doing this by myself. I had to pack the order. I had to make the order. I had to make the drinks. I had to make the goddamn bloody sandwich. I had to call for chicken. And you saying to me, I need to be faster.
True.
So,
This doesn't sound like a story. This sounds like a rant about an argument that you want to have with your boss.
12 o'clock reach. My coworker finally come by and he was like, "Yeah, man, how things?" I was like, "Yeah, I good. I handling stuff here by myself." He's like, "All right, cool. Leave the drive-through to me. You can handle the front." So we there. We make it through dealing with the drive-through and all that. And then, yeah, this turned into a rant. Sorry. So the both of we handling the front and the drive-through by ourselves. And my boss still in the back doing hells know what. I don't even know what this woman was doing. And we deal for that for like until like 1 o'clock when my next coworkers come through. Sorry, I need a supporter.
Yeah, man. Stay hydrated.
My power rate's melting.
So yeah, we there dealing with the drive-through, and then it basically, this whole thing comes down to like me and my coworkers trying we hardest, and we boss is like, "Oh, you need to work faster." Like, what you want me to do, lady? Like, in all seriousness, what you want us to do to try and quote unquote work faster? We communicating, we calling out for chicken, we calling out for sides. Somebody making sides on the side. We have somebody dedicated to making sandwiches. I hear in front dealing with.
You said somebody making sides on the side, something.
We didn't need to acknowledge it.
Yes. Well, yeah, continue.
Can be in front dealing with not only not only the impatient lobby customers, we also deal with the impatient drivers from DoorDash, are dealing with the people from Uber Eats, are dealing with people from Grubhub, dealing with people from Postmates. Let me tell you. And then my coworker here in the drive-thru just chilling, going with them small, easy orders. I just like, hey dog, if you're not busy, like come on help me out a little bit now. I'd rather order this woman on my case. So then whole day went by. I basically one-man the front by myself, and I did successfully. Well, successfully in my eyes. My boss was still like, hey, you need to be a little bit faster. So now it's 2:30. Everybody started to roll up. So coming close to my time to go home, I was like, yeah, thank God, I'm gonna go home now. Then I went to refill the sauces and whatever, and my boss pulled me aside again with she husband, and they both running the place, and then they they both say the exact same thing. You need, as the manager, the assistant manager of this place, like, yeah, you can't work at night anymore because of the stupid situation with your mother. I was like, how you mean stupid situation with my mother? It's not my fault she decided to take night shift and I can't stay late anymore. So they just tell me I need to be faster. I need to exceed their expectations. I need to be a quote unquote better manager for them. And I was like, how you expect me to be better than all this that I trying to do, horse? Like, you want me to cut myself in half and like put like half myself on the other side and put my other half on this side so I could double up my work productivity? Like, explain to me, fellas, how do you expect me to be faster?
I feel like that's a conversation you have to have with them, not us, because that's not really something we can help you with.
I know, but I'm just saying, it's a conversation I can't have with them because I would possibly get my ass fired, and I do not want to get fired because if I get
That's true
fired,
too. No, like you're right. Like the fact that they have that time system in the first place is just bullshit.
yeah, because there's the whole stupid Popeye's motto, Louisiana fast. Yeah, fast my ass.
I think most fast food restaurants have a system like that, and they track like the time it takes for you to record the order in the cash register, and then until you give them the food.
Yeah, but at the same time, they kind of have to cut me some slack when it's like it's a whole line of people, and it's just me who have to deal with this.
Yeah, like they 100% just don't fucking care. Like it's so shitty because they don't care like how busy the store is on a day. They just care about like spreadsheets at the end of the month.
That is capitalism for you. They
Yeah,
only
it's
care
kind
about
of shit. Like
Yeah.
the obsession with making like fast food fast is kind of like the shit you used to do, right? To like make fast food fast just makes kind of shitty food.
Yeah.
Because you just have to like deal with like your reheated fries and like food that's just sitting around for a while.
Okay, the only thing we just make fresh is the biscuits and the fries. Everything else is just reheated in our microwave for like 6 minutes and then put in like a steam cabinet.
Chicken?
And
like fried chicken?
No, we don't refry the chicken. Whatever chicken does remain from the night before, employees are free to take.
No, I mean like you don't make the chicken in the place.
Oh no. The chicken does be made like the night before.
Oh, okay.
Well, they don't break it down or everything. They just take the chicken, put it in with the like seasoning, which is just basically a seasoning pack with a shit ton of MSG. And then
So they don't like cook more chicken throughout the day?
Yeah, we just cook chicken, but it's just be like all the chicken that is be like seasoned and everything in like containers in the cooler. We just take that, put it in the kitchen. We just cover it in batter and flour, and then we just fry it right there.
I see. Interesting. Anyway, fuck capitalism.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm kind of sad Rajiv wasn't here before to hear my rant because I feel like I would love to hear his opinion, but it's cool.
Everything. I'll just say this,
replay.
I'll just say this, Lachlan. Everything is pre-made in fast food. Like nothing is made fresh.
Yeah.
I was just trying to figure out like how pre-made it was.
Okay, we just have
This is a good
pre-made.
side topic, actually. Yeah, we go into this.
We have pre-made fries. Like we just buy fries from like a factory or whatever, and the
Or the
fries
frozen.
this be how to say it? The fries just be made in a factory with all the seasonings and whatever. Then they just power cook it in the place, then freeze it, and then they just bring it. So we
Right.
just throw that in the freezer, and then when they're ready to use, we just put them in a fridge to thaw it a little bit, and then
You
we
just had to
open
fry
up.
it up for a couple of minutes when people
Yeah,
want,
we
right?
just open the bag, cook it for fry it for 3 minutes, and then boom, quote unquote, fresh fries ready to go.
Right.
Oh god.
No, it's freshly prepared.
Yeah, freshly prepared fries ready to go. Then on the top, we got the biscuits, the buttermilk biscuits. These already come pre-baked. That's the thing. These come pre-baked, like the thing risen and everything. Like it looked like it ready to eat now, but it had frozen. So we just had to put a little extra butter on it on the baking sheet for it. Then we just put it in the oven for 6 minutes. Then we just put more butter on it. I'd be like, yeah, that's it. Biscuits ready. Your quote unquote fresh biscuits.
What about the chicken? You're right. You said chicken was night before.
The chicken. I don't really see how they just make the chicken, but I remember seeing that one my coworker who used to work there. They would bring in boxes, packets of chicken, chicken that has already been broken down into the individual pieces,
Right.
and just put it in frozen bags, and we just have to thaw it out for a few hours. Then when we thaw it out, somebody just open up the bag individually, take the pieces, make sure that they free any feathers or whatever. Put it in this little rotating spice mixture. Throw the chicken in there with the predetermined spices, and then just let it rotate for a couple of minutes. Then we just put it in a cap in a metal container, and we just put it in the cooler, and that's be good for a couple of days.
What happens if you do find feathers?
Oh, we just leave it.
Oh, okay.
See, there's
If
some
our cus-
technology for this.
If a customer find a deep fried feather on their food, we don't say nothing.
Oh,
Does the customer say anything?
I don't know
I imagine
because
they
I never
would.
see any. I don't know because I never see any complaints about it yet.
They add a delightful crunch.
The only complaints I see about people saying that how the cashier at the drive-thru sounded too harsh. They don't smile or anything. They sound like an asshole. I was like, well, yeah. I explicitly tell my boss I will sound extremely monotone dealing with the people who just ask the same 50 questions every time, even though they just come here 3 times on a week. Not even 3 times. They just come here every friggin' day.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. I don't know, Domino's, basically everything was fucking pre-made. Well, I wouldn't say everything, but
Even the pizza?
not the pizza. You just
Not the
assemble it,
pizza.
just the ingredients, right?
I never work at a Domino's, but I could basically say is that the dough is already made.
Yeah,
they just
exactly.
have to put
The
the dough
dough-
out and put the
You have to take it, it's already risen and shit, already proofed. You just have to stretch it out. The sauce you'd have to prepare every couple of days, but it's just they give you the concentrate, right? And you just have to mix it with water, and that's it.
Hypothetically, right, you could chug a bottle of sauce concentrate.
I
I think one thing about Popeyes is spending most money out of is when we get tenders, we just have to buy all these boxes of sauce, even though half these sauce we don't even use. Also, another funny thing, we don't sell corn on the cob anymore in my store. Cajun rice is going to be discontinued as well. Mac and cheese, that also going to get discontinued. Red beans and rice, oh hell yeah, you bet that going to get discontinued as well. So basically, the only size we going to sell once those are gone is
fries,
mashed
biscuits,
potatoes, coleslaw, and fries, because that's the main three that is selling the most. To the point where we actually losing customers because there's like, listen, I don't come here for the shit tier chicken because in reality all the chicken is shit. We just only come here for the side orders. I was like, oh.
Huh. That kind of
Oh.
makes sense.
Is your chicken bad?
Hmm?
Is your
Oh, it
chicken
had
bad?
a customer who called the other day being like, yeah, so like I ordered my chicken, I wanted it fresh, I wanted it mild and everything. I got home and let me just tell you, man, my chicken was salty. Me immediately hangs up the phone. I had time for this.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Listen, I'm in the midst of a dinner rush, and you calling me saying that my chicken is too salty. Yeah, no. If your chicken's so salty, brother man, make it yourself. Make it yourself. Like in honesty, make it yourself. Making fried chicken by yourself is not that hard. It is not that hard.
Oh, you're gonna say not that hard when you'll even make it yourself.
I do. I know how to make fried
No,
chicken.
like if it comes like pre-prepared, right? Never mind.
What do you
never
mean
mind.
pre-prepared?
It was funnier in my head. Alright.
Prepared?
Oh my
the-
god.
Why
no,
do you
I
not
get
understand the word pre-prepared?
Also,
I
Rajiv.
understand it. It just sounds weird.
Also, Rajiv, remember how I said that how the chicken does come how there's come in the pieces that we had to prepare we sell?
It just
The
come pre-prepared.
The tenders, they just come prepared by themselves. Like tenders will be like soaking in the intended sauces for classic and spicy. We just put it in the sink in the back and just let it thaw overnight. And then we just batter it and then just fry it for like 7 minutes and boom, yeah, tenders.
Nice.
Also, I cracked the code as to why people like the chicken sandwich so much. It's not the chicken. It's not the chicken. The chicken is ass. It's not the sauce. The sauce is ass. It's the freaking
pickles.
It's not the pickles. The pickles lethal. Some people are dead if they eat the pickles.
Oh.
No, because there would be like customers who'd be like, yeah, so like could you take out the pickles because I'm allergic? Did I ask you that, brother man? Just say take out the pickles, please. You don't have to go through this lengthy explanation.
No, because then like if you accidentally put the pickles on and then you take them back off, that's still a health hazard.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, them being allergic is important information you should know, Jarool.
Yeah, but if they say take out the pickles, well then yeah, we go take out the pickles. If we already put the pickles
No,
on
right,
the
but
sandwich,
like sometimes, right, when you're making a sandwich and it's forget, like, you know, if somebody tell you don't put this on.
No, we don't forget. We just have like a whole menu board with like the sandwiches there ready and
Still,
everything.
like muscle memory and shit, you know. You see people like forget when you're doing fast food shit.
That's why we do. That's why if we accidentally make it with a pickle, we just put it on the side because it's chicken sandwich alley. People go and freaking buy it anyways. And we just make a new one with no pickles in it and just call it out a day.
Right, that's why he tells you that's allergic, so you can't just like take the pickles back off. Because never mind.
Also, shameless advertising. We now have the Cajun flounder sandwich selling at Popeyes for a limited time only.
Why are you advertising more sandwiches for Popeyes?
You're getting rid of mac and cheese, but now you have fish.
Fish. Fucking
Yeah, we
fish
have
in
fish
New Jersey.
sandwich.
Just in time for Lent.
Oh yeah.
No. Yes.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Almost
When's
in time for Lent.
But we also reintroducing butterfly shrimp. Yeah, the one thing I hate the most making for people.
Why is it bad to me?
Oh, because it had this one trucker, high jackass, who just come here smelling the place of weed. He just come up, but only when we just had the
Shrimp.
the butterfly shrimp. This man once ordered 12 boxes for he gang and he drug dealers.
They really like the shrimp. Oh god.
I mean, I feel like trying
No,
to
like
no.
no, like this man does pull up covered in tattoos, shirtless. One of them wannabe gangster kind of men, to the point where you have to tell him, like, hey, no shit, no service, gay asshole. Pants low. Like this man look like he want to get pants over.
Drew, this job age you 30 years, dog.
That's what
So like when I'm old teachers, why?
my job basically it just changed my perspective of everything that I know in life. Like I take it to myself, everything in life is just a hustle. If you're not hustling for money, you getting your ass hustled for your money. You're not making money, you just losing money. And if you're making money, you're still losing money. Everything in this world is money. If you had no money, you can't even live. If say you had like a penny to your name, then again you nothing. Then again you probably at night in the middle of the street in the freezing cold, and your breakfast could be fresh snow. That is it. Fresh snow. You might as well make up. You might as well learn techniques on how to cook snow at this point, Horse.
You know, let me move on. We are tower. Let me just keep moving forward.
Let me just go on to the final topic.
Yeah.
What was your favorite moments of last season?
Yeah,
Thank you, host Jarool.
No, go ahead.
I is the host now.
I'm your host now.
Any episode with a guest speaker was always exceedingly enjoyable.
It was. I think I technically count as a guest speaker that one time because I was still working, and all they would like allocate a day for
The midweek
me
edition,
to come
yeah.
on.
Mm-hmm.
The midweek editions were fun.
Yeah.
So I would apologize. I would apologize for every time I sneezed during the podcast intro. Hey, look at it this way. I didn't sneeze during the podcast intro this time.
There we go. That's
but I also fuck it up all on my own. So that's, regression to the mean.
For the record, Ali, if I don't fuck up something, you go fuck it up instead.
Yeah, man.
We have each other's back on that.
Lachlan, what about you?
I mean, I feel like there's a few I like. Two main ones that stand out to me are like the Chadwick Boseman episode, because it allowed me I felt like it was something personal that I never really got a chance to share that to that degree, so I was happy to be able to share that. And then on the exact opposite side of the spectrum was the Pets episode, because that was just so chaotic. I love watching that segment because you could tell that it started with you wanting to just do a wholesome segment, and then each and every one of us starts talking, and it just progressively gets worse and worse.
Yeah.
Even though you very much did this to yourself.
I didn't think all these stories would be fucking depressing.
Because Pets die, Jonathan. That happened.
Yeah, but I don't think that would be what stood out to you about the Pets is the gruesome nature in which they died. I thought you'd have things to say about them.
Looking back on it, a lot of them did die in very gruesome ways.
Yeah. I thought you just say they died, but at least we had all these good memories. But no, y'all didn't have any of these good memories. All just had gruesome death memories.
Is the proportion of gruesome deaths above average compared to the general population, or?
I would think so. I would think so.
I feel like we all had gruesome deaths, and he just didn't.
Yes, we all had very gruesome deaths.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I would also like to point out just a reminder that the Subway episode exists, and that is just the
I was going to say the fucking Subway episode, and also the education episode. Because
the education episode.
That's the one where I just fucking rant about people reacting to scholarship changes in Trinidad.
Oh yeah,
for a good hour and a half.
Was that the one where I played Bob Marley?
I can't remember.
You know, it probably could. It probably could have been.
I like that one too because it was also the time when we talked about the stats getting taken down, and I enjoyed ranting about that.
Yeah, that was that theme episode. Number 15. Me, so what about you?
That and everything.
In the kitchen.
I think, he's still in sandwich.
You just eating a sandwich, or you got on mute for a second. Meat.
He's trapped in sandwich time.
Anyways, Rajiv, you go in the meantime.
He did.
Yeah.
Oh,
you went first. Yeah.
Also, shout out to the Juice episode.
That's the same fucking episode, Siobhan. God damn it. I don't know if you were there, Lachlan. Well, you were there, but you weren't very active.
While we're waiting for meat, I will say, I still enjoy. I appreciate my boss, even though I sound real unappreciative to my boss. I could just say I appreciate you, boss, for letting me attend the final day of the BTA podcast.
You just saying that so you wouldn't get fired.
I'm not saying that just because. Listen, my dog. Boss. Doggy.
You're trying to save your ass right now. It's like, oh boy, I just ranted for a half hour about this job. Hold on.
My boss not going to find this. She don't use YouTube, boss. The internet to her is foreign. Absolutely foreign to her.
How old is your boss?
Words.
Huh?
How old is your boss?
Let me just stop talking about Jarool, boss, before he get in trouble, right?
Alright, we can
I don't know. It's
save it for the camera.
Don't
David Paul
speculate.
Camp.
This is
Yeah.
this is
Yeah,
not
it's
this is
like-
speculative.
This is not
Yeah, it's
gonna
like
be
the-
good for anybody involved, bro.
Also, it's like the whole general rule of like you don't ever ask a woman she age unless you want her dead.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, roll the
That
dice without.
a weird rule though. Like, why does that rule exist?
because
because-
it's unflattering.
How is
Yeah.
it not flattering? It's just a number. Wow.
Because older women are seen as less desirable, and historically speaking, women were meant to be deemed as desirable because they're more so trophies.
Yeah,
That's-
what he said.
Concise answer, Lachlan. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyway,
Yada 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 yada
no.
yada 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 yada
Me-
yada
No,
yada.
no.
Meat
Let
was
me just
it.
say one last thing. Let me just
What?
say one last thing.
Meat don't reach back. Shut up. Meat.
Wait, let me just say one last thing.
You said a lot of things. You had a lot of time to say a lot of things.
when you bust Lachlan for killing Colleen Among Us on the last
Oh,
podcast.
fucking hell.
Yo, no. You guys don't understand, right? Last week I played Among Us with like some friends from university, and I lost 2 different rounds because I got caught venting. And like the like I came out of the vent. I came out of the vent as Tala and Ash were walking into the room, and like they just walked up to the button and then just like pressed it, and I was just like, yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
The thing is, Lachlan, you couldn't get away with that because you
No,
could have
you couldn't.
reported Colliers. No.
you
He
couldn't.
could have killed.
No,
He could have killed Collie. If he did report it, if he did report it himself, he'd have, and he see you walking in, he'd be like, Ali, what the fuck was you just don't get Collie?
I think the smartest thing to do would have been to kill Jonathan and then report him. But like, you know what?
No, because like I was already practically rooting for you. Like, Collie would have just see you.
No, because like
And
if
like,
I had
no, like, because me and Collie were
Collie's
also
not
team
good.
together. That's the thing.
No, because Collie's not as good at arguing as you are. So if I killed you and then
Yeah,
reported him,
catch up
you'd
this
be
time.
like, yo,
I didn't even
this
argue anything. I just started fucking yelling. Anyways, yeah, meat, come back, meat.
No, he went to get ketchup.
Fuck. Drew, look what you do.
What the fuck?
Whatever.
Woo! Look what the fuck.
Look the monkey.
Look, what the fuck. I was gonna play the clip. Nobody say anything for like 10 seconds.
Okay.
You know how this is gonna sound? Or you like actually running Rants. Well, sorry, retroactively, I guess. But yeah, Colin did like the exact same words as me. I don't think does Colin have the mental presence to fake that. Oh!
Jarool.
What?
Look,
What are you
what the fuck.
Hey, it was poorly timed. I did not expect him to walk in at that exact moment.
We literally were spending the entire round together. Me and my boy.
I didn't know. I wasn't keeping tabs on you two.
Mm-hmm. Colin just in the room with me.
Yes. I didn't
How did
see.
you not see Ali up there? That's my
I
question.
saw Ali and I was going to kill Ali
He
and
didn't
then
see
call
Collie somehow. No, Collie was there doing fucking wires. That was the thing.
I didn't see him.
Like, he was just there in one place the entire time while I was doing my shit.
It was like I jumped out to kill one of them. I didn't realize there was another person there, and then by the time I realized it was too late.
Yeah. Me today?
I think he still went to get ketchup.
Ketchup.
Yeah, okay, I'll just fucking call it there then.
He didn't catch.
No. Meat needs to give his opinion.
No,
Why-
we've been doing this
why-
for an hour and 13 minutes.
I'm
so now-
back, but again.
Okay, Meat,
Huh.
what was your favorite moment from last season?
My favorite moment from last season.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, you really swung on me right out the gate, huh? That's very fun. I think I have to think about it.
Oh my god.
And there's too many options.
Just pick
Just
any one of them.
Literally nowhere.
Just pick any
I
one of the
mean-
options.
When one of the options, I'm trying to remember what the hell happened because recency bias is kicking in, and I want to say something like the last episode or two, but like, I don't know. And I guess just the fact that I don't have a favorite moment off the bat says something. I don't have any specific favorite moment. It was just kind of a good time all the way through, which seems like a coward's answer because it is, bitch.
Nice.
There we go.
Alright. I think we're good. Let me get some closing remarks. Lachlan, go ahead.
No, we start 8 minutes. Start 8 minutes.
No, we
Start 8
don't.
minutes.
We literally
Yes,
over
I
like
do.
14 minutes. What the fuck you mean we have 8 minutes?
I thought we just go for 2 hours.
No, we don't. What the fuck?
Inflation.
What the hell am I supposed to know, Ali? I don't
Because
follow
I
people.
say at least I said we go in for an hour.
All right, yeah, don't mind me. I'll do it.
My.
Lachlan, go ahead.
Happy to be back, y'all. We're gonna give you another season of laughs and great time. Actually, that sounds so cringy. Hey, we're gonna be chaotic. It's gonna be fun. Come see.
We're gonna give you another season of an hour every week. That's all again.
Until we just give up and start just talking for way too long.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Rajiv, go ahead.
Why are we in the food court instead of the podcast voice channel?
Meets, go ahead.
Oh wait, we are?
Bomb as hell.
Was it Jarool, go ahead.
yeah, fellas, the podcast back. Hopefully, I could stay here every Saturday to vibe with all you. And at the same time, hopefully, I get more stories of my job than me just ranting about how shitty the working conditions is.
Nice.
But it's morning time, shifts now, so the stories might be a little more lax, a little more shorter. It ain't gonna be as bad as that story as I tell these men yesterday. But yeah, wait for some good content.
Story, dude.
I was
Holy
also
shit.
altercation, bro.
Anyways, I'll just say glad to be back. Hopefully we could do this for as long as we did last time, maybe even longer. Looking forward to it. So for everybody here, this has been BTA Podcast Season 2, Episode number 1. And good night. You don't have to, it's not karaoke, Lachlan. And